What's going by website? Brian Sapp here with another NRW checkpoint. Brian, how you doing, man?
Doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been a crazy day, an interesting week, and excuse me, we got some news. Sony's laying off more people.
Yeah. According to an article that I read from Kotaku, great platform for gaming news if anybody's interested. I don't know. Sony just made some more cuts for it even. What's the name of the studio that they singled out this particular time? A Ben studio? I
Oh,
don't know.
Ben, the Days Gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Aren't they working on something new? No, they just got canceled. That's right.
Right, which is part of the reason Sony is
Right.
claiming that they made the cuts. Um, but then it kind of, spreads out to some other um, I don't know, companies that Sony has under their belt or whatever. I don't know, let's see. I guess they were upset about the failure of Concord, so they were like, you know what? Let's trim the fat. I don't know. It's a pretty interesting article. The reason I singled it out was because I'm like, more layoffs? What's going on in the gaming, I don't industry where all these layoffs are like, it gets kind of coming all the time.
Well, I think a lot of it's because the AAA gaming space has gotten so expensive, and
Okay.
all of these companies are putting so much money, especially Sony. Sony just they've lost big with live service games,
Yeah.
and with that, they're just bleeding money. I think the Ben Studio game that, and I may be wrong at this, so comments don't eat me up. I think that the game they were working on was live service.
Yeah, it
I don't
was.
remember. Okay,
Yeah.
so they've canceled so many of these games. All this time and money is gone.
Yeah.
Like literally, this generation is more than half over now.
Yeah.
And any of these studios with these games that have been um, deleted in all respects of the words, if they're starting over from scratch, nothing that they come out with, especially if they're working on a AAA game, nothing they come out with is coming out until the PS6.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Which is crazy that we already talking about that. I feel like I just got my
Well,
PS5.
you got to think, we're talking about what? Development cycles now, like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Four
I
years from
mean,
now is 2029.
yeah.
That would be 9 years after. Wait a minute. The PS4 and Xbox, not PS4, PS5, and they come out what, 21 or 22?
Didn't they come out at 19?
Or was it 22? No, I think it was 2020. It was pandemic. So it
Yeah.
came out in 2020. So that would be 9 years. Yeah, that would have been that would be time for a new PlayStation or Xbox. That might become sooner, especially Xbox is concerned.
Yeah, I guess that
Um,
makes sense. It was
so
just
it's
weird.
but they hemorrhaging all this money and unfortunately have no return on the investment because they just cancel these games.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the human capital part is always just like the conversation we kind of had before we started. The human capital portion is always the first to be gotten rid of,
Right.
especially when development costs are higher anyway. What I don't understand is I don't understand how you have companies like Sega, like Capcom, who are consistently knocking it out of the park this generation
Hmm.
um, with their games and their titles. They're coming out with games frequently. And again, these are third party publishers, so I know it's a little bit different compared to a Sony, which is a first party.
Hmm.
But they have a diverse set of games that they keep coming out with, which has something new. And I'm not even talking about like the ports or the remasters or the collection. I'm talking about brand new games or updates of games that we've seen before.
Right.
They're all coming out with banger after banger after banger after banger. You know, the quote Seamus.
Hmm.
Yet you see PlayStation specifically, because Xbox ain't even in that camp with what they
Right.
doing, not even including Activision. It took them a minute, but now Xbox is coming out with games literally all the time now. We just
Hmm.
had Avowed. We got South of Midnight coming
Hmm.
next month.
Yeah.
We had Indiana Jones in December.
Hmm.
You know, it's Sony, they dropped the ball. And
Yeah.
the only saving grace they have right now is that they sold 75 million consoles. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's helping them. Again, I don't know if stay afloat's maybe an exaggeration, but as far as mind share and gaming is concerned, people are not playing first parties like that on PlayStation 5. And that's statistically a statistical fact.
Mm,
And that's a fact even when you look at what what the Spider-Man sell, how many copies of Spider-Man 2 sell?
I don't know, but it was good.
Yeah, but I heard it was like 5
Enjoyable.
million copies or something like that
Okay.
at the time. Say, and let's just say at the time, I think Sony was maybe at like 50 million. Like, so we talking about maybe 10% of your install base buys a game.
Hmm.
Again, I hate to, talk about Nintendo, but Nintendo, you talk about 50% attach rates for like Mario Kart, for their first party title. Like for real, like the attach rates are really insane.
Right.
But Sony has just really dropped the ball this generation when it comes to their first party titles. Maybe it's something that'll, once that Wolverine game is still out there, who knows what kind of shape that's in. We just heard today or yesterday that there probably won't be a Last of Us Part 3. So, that's not coming out anything soon. So what Sony's not making any games. Sony's been hemorrhaging a lot of money, and people are the first people to go, or first things to go. Just like we saw at Bungie and the crap they're going through went through with Destiny, and well, a lot of that was mismanagement too.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and that was gross mismanagement, at least according to the reports. But
yeah.
speaking of Sony, there's a Sony beta program.
Yes. And just to circle back really fast, the other studio that I was blanking out on the name, Visual Arts, which
What
I
did they
don't know.
make?
Huh? Well, they've been a part of like God of War and a bunch of stuff that Naughty Dog has done. They're like one of
Their
Sony's
support studio.
yeah, they're
Okay.
like one of Sony studios that kind of like partners with all the other brands and
Okay.
everything like that. But they had a bunch of like layoffs and cuts as well. And that's pretty much what sparked this article from Kotaku.
Okay.
But as far as the beta program, yes, they kind of did what like Xbox has with the beta testing program that you can sign up
Okay.
for. Which, quick side note on that, I just saw an article on IGN before we started recording where people's consoles are being reset if they are downloading a certain beta and trying to, get in on it. So just be careful. I'm not sure exactly which beta that is, but they were saying something about the betas resetting the Xbox consoles for whatever reason. I'm not sure about that. Um, but yeah, Sony has a beta program. It's supposed to provide like a centralized place for anybody or any studio doing beta testing to just submit it there and like let people sign up through that versus like
Okay.
trying to keep track of the individual studios and get keys and stuff like that. You just sign up for the beta program through Sony, and then if a beta is submitted to them, they'll shoot it over to you. And if you want to get down, then you just, get down. The interesting thing about this is that it's already live. I don't know why they didn't announce it and then wait a little bit, but they snuck it out. It's already live. I've signed
Okay.
up. I'm ready to test some betas, and it also applies for any games on PC that Sony is participating in.
Okay.
So if you are somebody that likes to play beta games and give your testing feedback and stuff, get your hands on these games early and try them out or whatever, definitely sign up for the program. I think you just go over to PlayStation.com and they have like a banner or something that's like, hey, sign up for the beta here. And then yeah, you sign into your PlayStation account, answer a couple questions, and then they shoot you over email. Thanks for signing up. Whenever we got something for you, we'll be emailing you here. That's pretty much it, though. I was just excited about that because I play betas. Like
Right.
if I can get my hands on a key, I'm going to,
I
especially
feel
if it's
you.
a game I want to play. So I was like, that's dope. I'm glad they came up with something like that. It's just a little positive news after layoffs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
But what's up with the games this week?
Well, our rapid fire games, there are some old, well, everything's familiar.
Okay.
in some way, shape, or form. So
Carmen
first up,
Sandiego.
yeah, Carmen Sandiego is back. I believe it's from Game Loft. It's on PS5, Xbox Series system, Switch, and PC. I don't remember everything about this particular title, but it has like an overworld. You're playing Carmen Sandiego. You can play to find her. Also, they go back to with the Acme Files mode. They go back to like the old school border-bound style of Carmen Sandiego games. No theme song though,
Oh,
but
damn.
uh, yeah, so that's out now. Then we have Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, their classic RPG series on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, and Series systems, Switch, and PC. And then we have a new entry to the 2 Point Simulation Series, 2 Point Museum on the PS5, Xbox Series systems, and PC. And again, talking about Sega and their differentiation of their franchises. 2 Point is a series that, 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Academy. We've seen a lot of 2 Point games over the past few years. So they
Interesting.
definitely, out there, and having a diverse catalog has really helped them really, excuse me, excel in this generation.
Okay.
All right, so let's get to our highlights of the week. Uh, Kuya and I have been talking a lot about this lately, especially after the surprise heel turn of the one who we cannot see. But this week, first up, we have WWE 2K25. I wonder if there'll be a heel Cena in this. Probably a DLC. On the PS5, Xbox Series systems, and PC, but also it's on last gen as well. But I don't know if it comes out today. But NBA, not NBA. The 2K just kills me.
Yeah.
WWE
Right.
2K25 is a wrestling fighting game and allows players to experience what it's like to be a wrestler or general manager in the WWE. The latest installment features our updated roster, new game modes, and the return of chain wrestling, underground and bloodline rules match types, and barricade diving. For the first time, players can step outside the ropes onto the island, a WWE themed world for PS5 and Xbox Series system. So
Okay.
that's that. And they announced a bunch of DLC as well. Um,
Yeah, that island thing, right?
well,
The
that
island.
and just the wrestler packs. I know there are a bunch like
Okay.
I think was it Scorpio or somebody's from the ECW pack that's come in. One of the pack that's never been there. They actually have Abyss from TNA
Okay.
as one of their packs. Was I was like kind of spotted in the Jeffrey Parks who played Abyss in TNA is actually a producer for WWE. So I'm
Okay.
surprised like TNA doesn't own that character.
He may own it.
He may, but he was under TNA at a different time where they tried to be WWE like on, but who knows?
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Next up, we have Split Fiction on the PS5, Xbox
I'm
Series
excited
systems,
for this
and
one.
PC. Yeah, for real. Split Fiction is a 2025 action adventure game developed by Hazelight Studios and published by Electronic Arts as a cooperative
EA.
multiplayer only game. It follows authors Mio and Zoe after they become imprisoned in the world of their own, excuse me, world of their stories when they're connected to a machine designed to steal creative ideas. Considering how good It Takes Two was, I'm definitely excited for this one.
Yeah. And see, I didn't even get to play It Takes Two, but this trailer, it's because or if you recall, they premiered it at the Game Awards this
Right,
past.
right. I
Yeah.
remember.
I'm excited. And the whole, oh, play co-op with a friend and they don't even need to have the game as long as you have the game. The whole idea behind just going through these two individual characters like stories, these things that
Yeah,
they've come up with. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to play.
right. I agree. And next up is a game, if I remember, you were excited for FragPunk on
It
PC.
might be. Oh, yes.
Yes. So FragPunk is a 5 versus 5 hero shooter combines familiar attack and defend gameplay with a
I know
twist involving shard cards. Players control heroes known as Lancers, and between rounds, they draw shard cards that bring game-changing modifiers. Yeah, because I remember we watched the trailers, but you were really excited because of the card aspect of it. And that was something different.
Yeah, yeah. I got this. Let me go ahead and that's on Steam or something. How can I get
Yeah,
it?
it's on Steam.
Want to get Steam? Okay.
All right.
Let me check
And
this.
that leads us to our trailers. Our first trailer today is, well, FragPunk.
FragPunk. Punk frag. Okay. Yeah, see, that's just cool. Like, oh, you get these cards, and then they can do these special things. I like the art style of this too. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that last time.
Yeah, I think it's something. Yeah, definitely art style pulls you in. Yeah. It's fun and vibrant, but doesn't look cel shaded.
Right.
Was that like a guitar-like weapon or something?
See, even these weapons look really cool.
Yeah.
The movement, it kind of remind me of playing like GoldenEye or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
I wonder how they do that, because I don't know, games like this, first-person games, they tend to have their own type of like fluidity to the movement. It's really interesting, because the way you move in like Call of Duty, say, is not the same way you move in a game like maybe Apex or something.
Right.
But essentially, they're both first-person shooters. I just hope this game does not. Well, you know, I ain't even gonna say that, because is Rogue Company still alive?
I couldn't tell you.
Because that game was actually able to pull me away from Apex for a little bit. I never went back to Apex, but I started playing Rogue Company. Oh, okay, right. That looked cool.
Yeah, it did. Next up, let's go WWE 2K25.
Mm-hmm. The head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. Can never deny me. I'm still alive. No one in over 35 years has held a world title longer than Roman Reigns. Still alive. The ultimate needle mover.
Wrestling is just it's so funny how this particular sport is like stuck with like American society for so long.
Well, I don't find it that surprising.
You don't? No.
Nah, it's the drama. Wrestling is a soap production. That's all it is. And just like people still watch Young Wrestlers, Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital. General Hospital still a thing? Is that still on?
Days of Our Lives?
No, General Hospital.
Oh, you know what?
It wasn't All My Children that got canceled. I don't remember. But just like all those shows, people still watch them. Wrestling is the same thing. It's a soap opera with a competitive aspect.
That makes sense.
This is my yard now. Acknowledge me!
Well, oh, that's the package. Okay.
All right. And last but not least, Split Fiction.
Look, I don't mean to be rude.
And it's crazy because I think this game might take Game of the Year also.
Nice to meet you too.
Like, it's incredibly
So you want to go through more of your
with this
crazy
co-op
stories, my
aspect.
crazy
I
stories?
know that's co-op is
How
not
are we
a new
supposed to get
thing,
out of
but
here if
like
we don't start to trust each
the
other?
way they
I don't need
describing
your
how it's gonna
trust.
be
Well,
used, I'm really
I kind of need yours.
like, I have to.
I took inspiration for this story from when me and my sister were younger.
Look at all of this. It's amazing. I base the story around my dad. All I can do is write this silly story.
Oh, we'll face it together. We got this.
Yeah. Follow my lead. Are you for real, Zoe? I wrote it when I was a kid. What sort of devil child were you? What now? Ah! I did not sign up for this! Brace yourself, Zoe! Attack!
Let's go. Oh, today.
Yeah, it's out today.
Yeah, okay. Look, let me
So,
go
all
ahead
right.
and hit the cart.
So that's it for our games this week. Brian, what's coming up with you, man?
I am recording and preparing a quick little update episode for Sapphire Law. It's been a little minute since I recorded. It's been so busy since getting back from travels. So I'm gonna just jump on there real quick and talk to the people, say my piece, and then leave it at that. Because I'm also working on my review for this new Party Next Door and Drake album. That'll be sometime soon. I'm hoping that Kendrick come on with this deluxe for GNX so I could talk about that too. J. Cole, I need him to come on and put this album out. I'm going to Dreamville Festival in April, and there's been no word about the new album or anything. No, no, no lineup for the festival yet. But I have faith. So I'm gonna be discussing a few things on the podcast, and then getting out of people's way. What about you? What you got going?
Let's see. I'm publishing all of my content from Katsucon and Farpoint. So this week, my man Q from Blairwood, I talked to him from Katsucon, and I talked to Mitchell from Penny for a Tale at Farpoint. And then next week, we got Game of Ham from Katsucon with George and Better Backstories from Farpoint. And then this past weekend, I drove down to the home of the Fighting Hawks, Maryland Eastern Shore, to go support my alma mater with their first convention, HawkCon. So I got some great interviews from there, which you'll be seeing soon. And then at time this recording tomorrow, I'll be at BlurCon doing stuff there too.
Why did it come so early this year? Are they gonna do it twice a year now?
I don't know why they did it so. It seems like a lot of stuff got pushed early. Like this is earlier, AwesomeCon is earlier this
Okay.
year. So I don't know if it's there's so much stuff stacked up on all these weekends in the summer where these things used to be, or at least in this area, there's something going this summer that I don't know about.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because I was like, I know they just had it because
yeah,
it was in
July.
July
Yeah,
last year.
yeah, it's been in July the past couple years.
Yeah, so I'm like, because I was gonna go this year, but then I look and they're like, oh yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
starting tomorrow. Wait,
and
what?
you just left here.
Right, right. And I think DreamCon might be earlier this year too, but then they moved it to Houston now. I don't
What
know.
was it before?
In Austin.
Okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's still
So
expensive either way.
right.
Houston might be a bit better, but also I'm like, ooh, that's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine that's part of the reason why they moved it, even if the convention has been like extremely successful.
Look,
But
from having a professional convention down in Austin, like yeah, I know that was some change right there. Just to go, let alone actually to pull it off.
right. What? Okay.
All right,
Well,
well, that's what's up with us. You know you were on Nerds Rule the World. Make sure you follow us on socials. There are literally interviews dropping every single day. Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
Every
Content every single day. To stay up to date, make sure you follow us on Instagram at New Release Wednesday, on Twitter at the NRW, and you're on YouTube. So make sure you get those notifications. Make sure you like, you share, and subscribe.